decided which day?
Well, that's a good question. Have a look in the com book. Every event has a brief description of what's going on.
Yeah.
If you've got any friends who've been before or been to similar events, ask them what they're like.
Yeah.
And it's worth scanning through the timetable, see if there's something else which is similar to one of them.
Yeah.
And then you can decide based on that. But ultimately, that is personal preference.
Yeah.
So it is down to you, really, which ones you want to go to. But unfortunately, I mean, we'd love to make sure that nothing ever clashes, but with such a broad range of interests and people being, interested in different things, it is almost impossible to. It's almost impossible to do the timetable in the first place.
To put it into perspective, to you, although there's some events that are purely for the internal team. Overall, there was 155 events that we had to schedule, and we've got a specifically limited time frame to put it in. So to say that's why inevitably things do clash. So another answer to your question: if you're still stuck, flip a coin.
Yeah. If in doubt, yeah. And just as a bit of trivia, it took to fit everything in. It took a week of evenings and a whole Saturday to slot everything and make sure there were no clashes for staff and equipment. So it does take a fair bit of work.
I thought you did pretty well in the track interest, say art. There's not that much clashing within that one interest.
That is something we do make a big effort to do.
I thought that was well done.
We tagged every event with sort of a key track that it follows. So art interest, fursuits, music, writing, and dance events as well, and the gaming events. So we try not to have more than one event of each type running at any one particular time. But of course, I mean, though this hotel has loads and loads and loads of rooms, there seems to be still a limit to the number, and we kept running out of space. And as you can see, it's pretty chocker for the whole weekend. So we seem to have a guest.
Hello. Oh, the honors. What's good?
The Rosses are here.
I have to obey him as well because he's a real copper as well.
Going back to people who are fursuiters, again, if you want to, actually entertain people and things like that, just add little things like this, people get a lot of enjoyment out of it, and you can see it's quite entertaining. And we have no idea what's going on. My head's quite big, it might get jarred.
I'm PC.
It's
Yeah, do it. It's fine, I already have it
I
on.
read a lot of different national colours. What exactly are they all for?
Now that is another good question. This is all in the com book, but it is only a very small bit of it. We've got people with blue lanyards. These are our resident guests, so anybody who took the Residential Plus package. We've got orange lanyards, who are our sponsors, our lovely, lovely sponsors, who have paid that little bit extra to get some cool stuff and also to help the convention provide even more awesome things to put around the venue and just make things that a bit better. We've got the green lanyards, who are our attendees who are not staying in the hotel with us. We've got red lanyards, they're our staff. Black lanyards, they're security. We've got white lanyards, there are volunteers who are helping out, and the last ones would be yellow ones, which are the dealers for the
And the purple ones.
and of course the purple guests of honour. Good point.
I saw a pink one as well.
A pink one. Oh yes, the offensively pink badges. Yes.
Even I'm curious about that one.
We have a few people who don't fit into any of the above categories, and they get an offensively pink badge.
Are they media?
That's actually, in particular, because this year, as we mentioned in the opening ceremony, 2 people have chosen to have their civil ceremony here. So of course they've invited family members along. Obviously this is all being monitored through our system. So they have got pink lanyards as well. So they're not necessarily furries. So I'm sure they're having a very interesting time.
They were pre-warned what they might experience, but yeah, anyone with a pink lanyard is none of the above, basically. Oh yes, I forgot to say at the beginning, please make sure your phones are all switched off.
It says mum. Quick answer it.
Any more questions from anyone? Or?
So, because obviously.
Applaud him.
And what we would actually say to you, because with a lot of you, with this being your first convention, we're really pleased that you chose Confuzzled. So we obviously want to put on as good a show as we can for you. Hopefully we're off to a good start, and hopefully you can make the most of the weekend that you're here. But
that hat is at a very jaunty angle. Not really, no.
Here you go.
I think our sweets have been impounded. Do you see what I did there? One thing to mention though is, I don't know if any of you have found it yet, but downstairs by the crossroads is our convention operations office. So especially those of you here for the first time, but anyone, if you've got any kind of problem or you've got a question or just need a bit of a hand, you're lost, want to know when an event is, just pop in, they're more than happy to help. So.
Yeah, it can be very overwhelming, especially if you feel like you find yourself wandering alone, or you find yourself separated from your friends. If you do need, need any help or anything, do find people with the red, black or white badges. They'll put you in touch with someone that might be able to help.
Just generally try to switch out radio.
So yeah.
Any questions from anyone anymore? You don't necessarily have any questions, or anything you'd like us maybe to discuss or explain. Yeah?
Just a suggestion about the lanyards. Would you be able to introduce a rainbow-coloured lanyard?
We did discuss that, but in the end, it got a bit confusing.
Ah, right.
In the auction,
Yep.
you have to pay it up front if you win something at the auction.
If you win, you have to pay for it during the before you can take it away. So
as soon as you win, you pay for it.
no, the auction works is what you can do to start with over the 2 days is in the art show. We do operate something called silent bidding. So everyone goes and looks at the art, and you place sort of introductory. The first bids are written on slips of paper which go with the artwork, and those bits of art which receive enough bids will go into the live auction on Sunday evening. The reason we do that is because each year we get about 200 pieces submitted for auction. We've only got time to actually run through about 80 on the evening. And so then anything you win, you'll collect on Monday morning on the auction collection session, which is in the Combook timetable, and you pay for it at that point. Okay? Any more questions or anything anyone wants to know? Doesn't seem like it. Anything else to mention? I don't think so.
I don't really think so. I mean, obviously you know what you're here for. You've probably got your own agendas, so go out and try to enjoy yourself the best you can. Make the most of it.
See the problem where you've got fursuiters trying to convey stuff because it's all the hand signals and stuff.
It's hot.
It's hot.
Oh, yeah.
Fan.
He's a big
Why
fan
don't
of
you
maths.
tell us
He wants
about
to
how
walk.
how fursuiters, all the hand signals and how they will get on to the stuff.
Fursuit lounges.
Yeah, the fursuit lounges are at the bottom of the rotunda. There's 2 of them, one on the left, one on the right.
And the one on the right's got the repair kit.
Yes, the one on the right has got the repair kit.
Also, if you see a fursuiter looking a bit, off balance or a bit confused or dazed,
Yeah.
help them out or call some staff out.
Yeah, especially if you see them sat in a corner not doing very much.
They may be dead.
Yeah, if you look at a person who's sat down and feeling unwell, you can see. But fursuiter will look cute and cuddly throughout.
It doesn't help the fact that you've got the static look at eyes as well.
Yeah.
It's really the other important thing to remember with suiters as well is not to tug on them too much, because again it's very easy for them to lose balance. So you know, you might have this perfect photo opportunity and you want to take them there, but you know, be careful when you're pulling them. Again, this comes with the limited visibility as well. So
just remember as well, keep your distance from them as well.
yeah, we've covered.
Yeah, been through that bit. So I think that covers most things that we need to talk about. So if no one's got any more questions,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh. It's going down now.
Thank you very much.
Pay him.
I think.
Oh.
Hey! I got it. Good.
Gonna be walking around with sweets in his face.
Oh dear. Well,
Bless you.
I think before this gets any sillier, it's probably a good time to say you did all come and you said you wanted to have fun at the convention. I hope this has been entertaining, even though I've had no idea what's going on. And I hope that you continue to have fun for the rest of the evening and for the rest of the semester. Thank you for coming, everyone. Thank you.
I don't even know what would.
Yeah. Don't even know.